Hello, friends. We've had such good response to our online worship and other videos that we have posted that we have decided to record the daily word of encouragement. So we are now in the third week of COVID-19 and sheltering in place in our location. I know from talking to folks, it's starting to wear on some of you, which is totally understandable. And it only heightens the sense of tragedy to realize that just when people are in the midst of a frightening and uncertain situation, that is the very time precisely when they are cut off from comforting human contact. And of course, think how much harder that must be for patients who are dying not to have loved ones by their side. And of course, it's hard on those loved ones too, isn't it? Some people are blessed to be cocooning with family these days, but for others, it may seem like ages since they've had a hug. And who knows if we will ever be able to go back to shaking hands. It's easy to feel like we will be cut off forever, but of course that will not be the case. In the meantime, it is good and helpful to reach out to each other, to be there for each other, to hold each other up. In the words of Ecclesiastes, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up the other. That's in chapter 4, verse 9 through 10a. I think that the author of this passage is probably talking about a situation where a person literally fell, but I also like to think of this passage in the metaphorical sense. There are times of trouble in all our lives, times when we feel like we're stumbling and we need someone else to catch us. And there are times in the lives of others when we need to be the one to extend a helping hand. Especially at a time like this, we need to be able to connect with one another. And so we at St. John have come up with a plan to do this, to make this easier. As most, I hope all of you know, we have had the pleasure and the privilege of bringing on board to our St. John staff our new office administrator, Leela Rutland-Sullen. What was supposed to be Leela's first day on the job was the first day that the church was closed due to the coronavirus outbreak. Yet I am pleased to tell you, Leela was there at the church. She hit the ground running and has been running ever since. She has been more than a blessing. She has made it possible to get these daily words of encouragement to you. And she, along with Brooks Ray, our Director of Student Ministries, another gift from God, have made it possible to provide worship online during these times. A project that Leela and I have been talking about is the need to update the church directory. To that end, Leela has developed an information form which is attached to the email. It looks like this. Would you please fill it out and return it to her no later than Friday, April 3rd? Whether you are a member or a friend of St. John, we want to hear from you. In the words of Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians, therefore, encourage one another and build up each other as indeed you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. So reach out to someone else and brighten their day, and we're trying to make that even easier for you. Remember that Jesus loves you, and I do too. Be blessed, stay safe, stay well. God bless.